Hi, I'm Nicole Newman and welcome to The Neighborhood. Today we are in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Now, Bowling Green is known for its caves, its Corvettes, and of course its cows that make some of the best ice cream on the planet. Today we are going to check all of those out and learn a little bit more about the locals and find out why Bowling Green is such an amazing neighborhood that you've got to check out. More to come, stay tuned. We are here at the National Corvette Museum with Bob Budniss. Thank you so much for having us here today.
It's so good that you're here.
It's great. It's such a huge staple, not only in Bowling Green, Kentucky, but throughout the whole world. Now, there's a really interesting story about the National Corvette Museum. This is the only museum that's dedicated to all Corvettes, and of course, it's actually been done by people who have true love for Corvettes.
That's right. The NCRS, National Corvette Restorers Society, saw a need to have a place to keep all the records of Corvette. And they saw that people were dying and they were losing track of important documentation on these cars. So the idea was to put together a museum that would house all of this, a library and archives. And through the support of fans, and GM has helped us too in terms of giving us different kinds of support as well, but basically this was built by fans. The reason why it's here is because of Corvette enthusiasts. The cars are here on rotation from Corvette enthusiasts on loan. So yeah, this is something that's totally unique and kind of testifies to the passion that Corvette enthusiasts have for their car.
Well, I would love to get a little scoop on the Corvette history. All right, I'm not quite an official Corvette owner just yet.
Okay.
I mean, unless you guys have any extra ones.
Well, we might see if we can work up to that.
I like it here. All right, well, let's hear a little bit about the history. I'd love for you to take us on a little personal walkthrough here at the National Corvette Museum.
This is Zora right here, and he's kind of considered to be the godfather of Corvette. Corvette was about ready to die, and he was, because it was a 6-cylinder car to begin with. And Zora said, hey, look, we can turn this car into a superstar if we want to. Let's, and that wasn't exactly his words, but he convinced the leadership at GM to turn the Corvette into what it is today. Make it higher powered, make it a car that people would want to drive. And he's been a big supporter of the museum. And in fact, his remains, his ashes, are interned here. And that's it in that last case. Yes, him and his wife are both here because they love the Corvette themselves so much.
Now that is some real love right there.
Yeah,
wow.
Now this car of his was his personal car.
Okay.
And this also tells you about how great Corvette people can be. This car was purchased from Zora for $100,000. And
wait, it was purchased when for $100,000?
I'm not exactly sure when the date was, but he'd gotten to the point where he really couldn't drive much anymore. And this guy, I believe his name was Les Berry. Yes, his name was Les Berry. He kind of hounded Zora about buying the car. He wanted it. Well, once Zora died, he decided to donate this car to the museum so it would be with Zora. So that just shows you how Corvette people are. I mean, who knows what this car would go for at auction, but he decided to give it to us and in a way give it back to Zora.
What do you think is some of the best things about, driving a Corvette that makes it like no other car?
Well, the Corvette is a symbol of success. It's a symbol of freedom. And it's a symbol of American ingenuity. I mean, when
it's
you look,
American made.
Yes, absolutely.
I love that.
Just across the street is the only place in the world where they make Corvettes, the only spot, and at the Corvette plant. And it is the American dream on wheels. That's basically what it is. And you take people like Zora and guys like Larry Shinoda who designed that car there.
Yeah.
You've got people from all over the world becoming that melting pot that America was supposed to be to begin with, to make this great car that now rivals other sports cars in the world. So there really is no car quite like Corvette. This right here, this wall is kind of cool.
Oh, this is cool.
This wall is made from the bricks of the first plant that made those 300 Corvettes. In Flint, Michigan, they only built 300, and then production moved to St. Louis.
Wait a second. I feel embarrassed to say this, but this all started in Flint, Michigan?
The first Corvettes were built in Flint, Michigan.
I am an original Michigander, and I
Wow.
didn't know that.
Very cool, yep.
Sorry, Michigan.
Flint, Michigan, yeah.
That's so cool.
When they tore down the plant, they gave us the bricks so that we can make that connection with fans too. Like I said, in 54, the production moved to St. Louis.
So how did you
And
get these bricks?
This is a thing that GM did for us, and that's one of the
That's
things about
great.
them that is pretty cool. They GM sends their engineers, their designers over here multiple times a year to talk to Corvette fans. This is another thing I think that makes Corvette unique, is that they are here to listen to the fans and find out what they're looking for in a car.
So since you work here, do you get to like spin them around at all?
Every once in a while,
Do they
I
have
do
an
get to get into
employee
a car.
appreciation day? I mean, every car needs an oil change.
Yeah. Well, actually, we do. We get to go out on the track once. Well, we just did it this year. So yeah, it's a fun place to work. There's no doubt about that.
How many Corvettes do you own?
I only have one. I've had
Oh,
three,
you
though.
only have one.
But I figure I work here, so technically I have 70. So
Yeah, this is amazing.
this here's kind of cool. We asked all the fans to send us pictures of their cars. If you look up close, each one of these is a little photograph. And I've seen people just go over this for hours looking for their car.
Wow.
But of course, from a distance, it's a 53 Corvette. But up close, it's all these pictures. This is off of a C5 Z06. Go ahead.
Just lift right here?
Yep,
Oh my gosh, I can lift a Corvette.
that's right.
That's so cool. Wow. But yet, it's like, you can do that, but it's so durable. You know what I
Right.
mean? That's a sign of a really well-made
Yes.
vehicle, obviously.
Well, the whole thing, I mean, even to this tube down here where the transmission ends up in the back now to balance the car weight out. All this technology, we let people see on the inside. When we first came in, that one car, we had the skin off of it so people could see how all that comes together. And so if people get to learn about the engineering, and that's one of the things we're here for too, is so that kids will come in and be inspired to get involved in car building themselves and maybe something.
That's great.
Attention Medicare recipients. The Inogen One Portable Oxygen Concentrator may now be available at little or no cost to you. Call 800-508-0945 to order yours today. Inogen oxygen concentrators are portable and make oxygen from the air around you. They're light, quiet, and battery operated to go everywhere you go. And we have a full line of portable oxygen units to fit a wide range of budgets. If you're on Medicare, you may even qualify to get your Inogen unit at little or no cost to you. Go back to joining friends for the breakfast special, make spending time with the grandkids easier, or start attending your religious services again. Call Inogen now for a free information kit and a free no-obligation consultation on our complete line of affordable portable oxygen products. And anyone on Medicare or with eligible insurance plans may qualify to get an Inogen One at little or no cost. Call 800-508-0945. That's 800-508-0945.
are here at NCM Motorsports Park with Mitch, the general manager. Thank you so much for having us here today.
Well, Nicole, you couldn't have picked a better day to come visit us. This is a Chamber of Commerce day here in Bowling Green. The weather's beautiful. We've got a nice breeze, sun's out.
It's absolutely gorgeous here, and most importantly, we've got a huge racetrack behind us here.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about your business and what you guys do.
We are a facility that's set up for recreational motorsports. So, which that means we don't do professional races. We don't have big spectator events here. It's we're all designed around the participant. So we do automobile track days, we do corporate activity, we do motorcycle events, we have go-kart races, those sorts of things that are all participant driven.
You know, what's the best part about this job?
Oh, just the people.
Yeah?
We had a motorcycle event this weekend, and just, you know, the camaraderie. You know, we got folks coming from all over to come visit the track. The track has gained a lot of notoriety as a really challenging, exciting track to ride or drive on. So, you know, we had people here from Atlanta, Ohio,
Wow.
Michigan.
I'm originally from Michigan, so
Are
you
ya?
got another Michigander.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. That's great. Now, you race, I'm sure, a bunch. What's the biggest thrill going full pedal to the metal?
Well, all of it's thrilling. There's a lot of aspects to it. It's not just, you know, holding your foot down. It's,
Yeah.
you know, there's a lot of skill involved. The concentration levels. You know, there's just any number of things that are involved, and kind of being one with the piece of equipment is what I get a kick out of, and I like mechanical things anyway.
Sorry. How did that happen? I did slow.
Now, we're not going to go yet, but what you're going to do is you're going to slowly ease the clutch pedal out,
Okay.
and the car will start to roll.
Okay.
As it starts to roll, you can let the clutch all the way out
Okay.
and give it a little bit of throttle.
Okay.
And then when you go to stop, then
Press the middle.
Once you get to stop, then you have to put the clutch back in. And so the pedal that's on the left,
Okay.
you've got to push that back in when you push the brake pedal to stop.
Okay. Put it at the same time. This is you know, people are very intelligent. This is a lot of things. All right, but first, most importantly, we shut the door.
You got to shut the door and put your seatbelt.
Yes, definitely put our seatbelts on. Now, what kind of model do we have right here?
This is a Z06, a 2007 Corvette Z06.
Okay.
So it's got 500 horsepower.
Wow. What does an average car have?
200 to 300.
Nothing that matters. All right, so this is the first time driving a Corvette, and we're gonna get on the track. All right, are you ready to do this, Mitch?
I'm ready.
All right, make sure you buckle up, literally.
I am. All right,
All
well,
right.
let's just see if you can go first.
Yes. That was literally one of the most crazy experiences of my life. It was absolutely amazing, complete adrenaline. You're a pro. You really are.
So you liked it?
I loved it. I mean, I was screaming the whole time, but I loved it. How did you get involved in doing this?
I've always been into motorsports, and I'm a gearhead.
Uh-huh.
So I started racing go-karts when I was 11.
So you're telling me
So
that you
it's-
went from go-karts to Corvettes.
Well, over a number of years, yes.
Hey, that's a great story to have. Then you also do a lot of racing, obviously. I mean,
Yes.
professional racing.
Not as much as I used to, but I am going to go racing in a couple weeks.
Definitely, you should. I mean, after being in the ride, you'll win. If you want to have literally the most thrilling experience of your life, you need to come here to the NCM Motorsports Park and make sure Mitch here is your driver.
Are you being audited and do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Is the IRS threatening to take more of your money? Don't fight the IRS alone. The Tax Doctor is here to help you negotiate your tax bill and reduce your stress. The IRS can freeze your assets and seize your bank accounts, but you can stop these IRS actions. The Tax Doctor will work with you using our years of experience to represent your case to help you get the best resolution under the IRS guidelines. Help is here to deal with the IRS to reduce your stress. We've handled thousands of cases, so we know what we're doing. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, do not call the IRS alone. Call a Tax Doctor now for a tax emergency analysis.
Like this.
Now we are in for a big treat. Kentucky is known for its caves, and we are about to take a boat ride and check out the Lost River Cave here in Bowling Green. Come on, you don't want to miss this. Wow.
Is everybody clear? Yeah. All right, welcome to Lost River Cave, guys. Really interesting going on at this flowstone over here. Remember that calcite I mentioned at the blue hole? Given that blue hole its blue color? Well, that calcite is responsible for the shape that we're looking at over here, as well as a bunch of other minerals. What happens is as that water with that calcite flows underneath of the ground, well, the ground slightly pressurizes it, the same way a can of soda gets pressurized. Because remember, it's got carbon dioxide in that water too. And as it comes out here to the air of the cave, it's just like when you open that can of soda. It releases all that carbon dioxide, gives the water that fizz. And so, yeah, exactly right. And so the carbon dioxide gets released, and so the water starts to deposit the calcite and other trace minerals and starts to build up and pile on. So unlike earlier where I said the water erodes the limestone, well, this one right here, the water is actually making the limestone bigger. It's building upon it and making that large shape that we see. Couple right there.
Wow.
These, what do we call these? You guys know?
Stalactites.
You're exactly right, stalactites. Now stalactites are being created by the same process, creating the flowstone up front. But instead of using flowing water to grow, this formation is using dripping water. Exactly right.
Are you over 50? Would you like to get up to 33% more income in retirement? Then call now for this free book, Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers. This free book reveals little-known secrets about annuity strategies that will help you make the right choices before buying an annuity. Call right now for your free book, and as a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report. Both absolutely free for calling Annuity General today.
Call 800-590-8551.
Hi folks, Joe Namath here, and if you're on Medicare, this is important. You're now entitled to eliminate co-pays and get dental care, dentures, eyeglasses, prescription coverage, in-home aids, unlimited transportation, and home-delivered meals, all at no additional cost. Plus, your zip code may have coverage with the Give Back benefit that adds money back to your Social Security check every month. Look, with the uncertainty of the virus and vaccines, you need to get everything you're entitled to. Here's the bottom line. Call to get significant benefits at no additional cost and see if your zip code has coverage with the Give Back benefit. Millions of people have trusted the Medicare Coverage Helpline. You can too. Call now. It's free.
Call 1-800-374-2308. That's 1-800-374-2308.
It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.
We are here at Shanny's Dairy Farm with professional ice cream maker Brandon. Brandon, thank you so much for inviting us to your castle, your ice cream castle here.
Yeah.
Now, I know you've been making ice cream for over 5 years.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's intense. How did you get started in the ice cream making?
Well, thanks for having us here today. Also,
Yeah.
I started out on the farm, actually milked cows for a few years while I was in high school, and then after I graduated high school, the position came open. I'd worked in the store also, scooping ice cream, working with the public, and the position came available, and I stepped into it, and I've been doing it ever since.
All right, so I know that you are actually going to let us in on the ice cream making secret.
Yeah.
And show us how to make the absolute best ice cream in town. So let's check it out.
All right, so today we're going to make Wow Now Brownie Cow, which is for our chocolate lovers.
Wow Now Brownie Cow.
Yes.
Okay.
So what we do, pour in a bag of mix.
From Prairie Farm, right?
Prairie Farm.
All right.
Just pour it right in.
Okay.
And I'll let you help me. We can, if you will, just help us hold that up.
That's a huge mix. How much ice cream does this make?
This is actually 2.5 gallons. We're going to put 2 of these bags in. So we'll put 5 gallons of mix in, and then we'll get 10 gallons out.
Wow, that's a lot of ice cream.
Yep, and then if you'll pour in the chocolate flavoring here.
Oh, I would love to do that.
There's a spatula there to help
Okay.
you. So I can pour if you'll.
We do a little pour,
scrape.
and I just kind of get it in there.
Yeah, that's good. and I'll pour in
All right.
another bag of mix.
Is this one of your guest favorite flavors?
Yes, this is one of our top flavors here. So I like to cover the machine because it'll pop out. But I'll flip this on. And if you want to flip this is the refrigeration, which will freeze it.
Oh, that will freeze it.
Once you flip that on. So you can go ahead and flip it on.
Oh, me too.
Yeah,
Okay.
flip that on. And then in 12 minutes we'll have ice cream. So
There you have it. 12 minutes.
Yeah, and this machine's a lot like your machines you have at home. It's just sideways, and there's water that's cooling the barrel. So.
Wow, well, I cannot wait to try that. So we will check back with you in approximately 12 minutes, Brandon, and find out how Wow Now Brownie Cow is created. All right, I'm
shut
gonna lock
the
All right.
I won't
Don't
let
lock
the door
me
shut.
out.
I won't shut the door.
It has been a hot day though, so this is the perfect place to go after a long hot day. All right, let's see here. All right. Woo! Oh, it feels good.
Yeah.
So you'd have a whole bucket of chocolate. I don't think you can go wrong there.
Yeah, what this is it's our brownie flakes that we've crumbled up and then chocolate flakes, and we'll manually throw that into the machine. We don't put anything in just so that there's no contamination for allergy reasons. Like when we make pecans, we don't put the pecans directly into the machine.
I see.
We throw it in. It also gives it a better presentation, as you can see.
Yeah.
So the ice cream's frozen for 12 minutes. It's ready to come out. So we're going to swirl in the swirl, and I'll throw in the chocolate. And that's
Wow.
how you make ice cream.
This is so great.
Yeah.
And it takes about how many hours again until it's like nice and frozen?
We leave it in the freezer for overnight, so 12 hours.
And you can even eat it like that too, right?
Oh, you can. This is I like to eat it when it's soft like this. It's like a soft serve. So.
Wow. There's a lot of work that goes into it. You can tell it's really made with love here.
Yeah, I try.
We are here at Cheney's Dairy Farm with the owner, Neil Cheney. Thank you so much for having us here. This is literally miraculous. I love it. Like cows everywhere, farmland. Like it's kind of like a dream come true being here. Thank you for having us.
Oh, you're very welcome. I tell you what, we do. It is. I mean, every morning when you get up and you get to work with these cows, and I mean, people are like, well, you got to be kidding. But it really is a joy to work with the animals because the animals, they work so hard to produce such a wonderful product like milk. And without milk, we don't have cheese, we don't have butter, but we don't have ice cream.
This is obviously a Bowling Green local's favorite spot to go to for ice cream after the games. And of course, you also have mazes. You have
a corn maze, yes,
yes,
ma'am.
and you also have a big movie. Tell us a little bit about your movie nights because that's really, really fun.
What we do is every other Friday and Saturday night during the summer, we pull up a screen on the end of the ice cream store and we project a movie up on it. And we started this 12 years ago. We knew when we first started we were going to do that, and we knew we were going to call it Ice Cream in a Movie.
I love
so
that.
we did, and it just continues to evolve every year. Last year it was named one of Southeast Tourism's top 20 events of the summer.
Wow.
Last year we showed the movie Frozen, and on Friday night we had over 1,100 people, and then on Saturday night, the next night, we had over 1,200 people.
What do you think is the one thing that makes Bowling Green like no other neighborhood in the country?
I think we are a growing city with a lot of the amenities of big cities, but Bowling Green has been able to keep their small town charm. Like every Friday night you can go down to the square and they'll have bands come in and play. And it's just absolutely, I mean, it's a wonderful, you see people bringing lounge chairs, blankets, sitting out in the grass and just enjoying the music.
Well, I don't know a better way to top this off other than trying some of Cheney's Dairy Barn ice cream and ending this beautiful day here in Bowling Green watching the sunset. We'll see you next time on The Neighborhood.